Welcome to the Letters of the Heart, letters of reflection and discovery, a place where small things speak loudly and where your inner voice becomes your compass, a space to feel the flow, follow your heart, and embrace the rhythm of art, nature, and all the moments in between. You ever feel like you have those days where you just don't have any motivation? Where it feels like every day it's just really, really hard, where you don't quite know what to do, when you feel empty inside, when you could be doing so many different things, but you don't because each and every single one of them just doesn't align. Well, I have those days, and I think with this letter, I just want to give you the permission, I want to give us the permission to embrace those days, to feel that flow. And when we find just a tiny bit of spark of something that we want to do, we should do it. Whether it's cooking your favorite meal, or whether it's going out on a walk. I mean, I'm 2 minutes into my walk here in the forest, and I already feel so much more aligned. It's like there's a piece missing, something telling me so dominantly to get out and go, but I couldn't. I felt like I was heavy. Something was weighing on my shoulders. And while I quite don't know what that exact topic is yet, I feel like I'm a step further. One step of doing whatever felt aligned. The thing is, in today's modern culture, there's going to be so many people telling you that, oh, you'll get motivated by doing something. Well, sometimes that's just not the case. I call complete bullshit with that. I feel like it's not the right thing. It might be aligned for some people, but it might not be aligned for everybody. And that's okay. We don't all have to be the same. We don't all have to be aligned by the process. There's different types of energy types around us, and sometimes it's okay just to sit in the quietness. Or even as stupid and as counterproductive this might sound, the scrolling or diving into a different world with a book or a series or a movie. Sometimes that's exactly what our soul needs. Sure, it's exactly counterproductive to the fact that we do get influenced by everything that we see, feel, and do. And when we get influenced so much in our world with everything that we see, that we do, with the fast pace of social media, of the billboards and the ads and everything that's running around us. But do we ever really give ourselves time to process any of that? No. We just keep going like we're machines. We don't take a step back to evaluate, to rethink, to even put it in boxes, like in our heads, asking ourselves, do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Am I triggered by something? Because everything in our world will trigger you to some point. Some things you'll align with, some things you don't. We get taught to get along with everybody around us, each and every person. But you know what? Not every person will be your person. So, really, even like a crossroads in the forest, you have to choose. Do I want that energy to be a part of me, or do I want to go? And for some reason, right now, I feel more aligned going towards the sun than the shadow. And that's a typical aspect in life as well. You're going to automatically vibe more with the people and the energies that are closer to your own, where your souls connect. And those are actually the special and the most life changing moments when you find a soul where you just connect with. Sometimes it might not even be the same topic, but it's just this tingling and the spark. And you just feel the calmness and the energy around it. You know that person that you meet for coffee and you just don't shut up with, where it's like one thing after another, or it could be a topic you're not even advanced in, but you just feel like you're in, I don't know, encapsulated with them in this story. And then on the other side, the dark path, the shadow path. While we do need the shadows in our lives, they're like the people that you just don't get quite on the same level with. And in those parts, like, you almost have to agree to disagree. And it's a part of life, and it's a choice. And we kind of make that choice every single time. And it's beautiful and it's special to make that choice to say, you know what, it's okay that we don't get along, but we agree to disagree. And this is the way you can, with certain things that trigger you, that fault you, or that come across your path in your everyday life, it's okay to take a breather. It's okay to take a moment to yourself. It's okay even if it's just sipping on a coffee in the morning where you're just in peace with your own surroundings, where there's no other influences around you. And all of that, is exactly the things you can do when you just feel like it's too much at the moment. So while I can't tell you what it feels like to be in that moment of overwhelm, of when you feel like everything's too heavy, when everything is still and calm, and where there's just not a motivation, try and listen to yourself, because your inner voice is the most valuable thing that you can give, that you can get, and that you have for yourself. It is in your inner personal capacity to be able to hear it. And it's extremely difficult with all that noise around us that we face every day. You see, sometimes there are even decisions that we have to make. And every person that is in our lives is either, there's a quote that I love, and unfortunately I wish I right at this moment knew who it was by, but I'm sure you have heard it. It's every person comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that exact quote has so much value in it because it's so true. Sometimes you meet a person, the person that you might not align with so much, but you met them for a reason. There's some valuable lesson that you had to know. It might not make sense right at this very factor, but it might make sense later down the line. And then maybe you have those friends or acquaintances who are part of your life, not as deeply and profound as others, but they're those people that are just there for a while, like your school friends that you lost in touch with. And then there's those friends or family, because I feel like that is the extent of then family. Your chosen family, where they just go through all the ebbs and flows of life with you. And even those are the people that will completely understand if you just say, you know what, I need a day to myself, or I just don't have the motivation or energy to do anything. But it's about communication. It's about being able to express your feelings. And like I said, it could be the small things of just going for a coffee or having that coffee in your favorite spot in your garden or balcony or on your sofa, or stepping outside into nature and feeling that breeze of the trees around you. And you feel calm in a way that you cannot describe, because there's this flooding energy around you that somehow makes it special. So, in all, I cannot tell you how you should feel, what you should do in this time, but I want to give you the permission that you are allowed to feel. You are allowed to feel like there is a calm, there's a darkness, or there's just no motivation inside of you, because that is a very cultural, societal thing where we always have to function. Like we feel like we always have to do things. Sure, there are certain rules we have to follow. There are certain forms and formulas and things that we have to do in life to, you know, function in this society. But do we have to do that laundry? Or do we have to do certain things? No, we don't. We choose to do them. We choose to cook dinner. We choose to order in. We choose our battles and we choose them every day. So if your battle seems like you've had too much, well, maybe it is time to choose which battle of those you can fight. What overwhelms you? Or even the thing of asking for help. But it is all about listening to that inner spark and being able to be. And sometimes functioning in a way that we should or have to is the exact right medicine for you. And if you have nothing going on that day, sure, but maybe just don't try to distract yourself too much. Don't try to be too much and have too much other influences, because you might not be able to process everything. So this is a letter to your motivation. It is okay to be, it is okay to feel, and it is okay to just step out into nature and be and feel. Because in the end, it is also so much. Life is so much about those small moments. Those small moments where you laughed about something random. about something that didn't go right, or maybe did go right, but you in your plan didn't think it went right. Not having a day where you feel full of energy, it's completely okay and it's normal. And with this, I give you permission. Again and again, I want to emphasize this so much, that it's okay to have a day where you're not as motivated to do the take off your 100 item list to-do list, because you know what? Another list will come and other items will be added to it. So this, from the bottom of my heart to yours, happy day. And remember, feel the flow, follow your heart, and listen to your inner voice.